My wife screamed in labor, and her mother whispered, "Finally, the real father's baby," but I'm standing right here. Sophie's water broke during Sunday dinner. I jumped up, helping her to the car, while her mother Linda just smiled strangely. "This is going to be interesting," Linda said, climbing in back. Sophie shot her a look. "Mom, what are you talking about?" Linda shook her head. "Nothing, sweetheart." The drive was tense. Every time I glanced in the mirror, Linda was staring at me with this knowing expression. At a red light, she leaned forward. "Nathan, I always wondered if you'd figure it out before or after the baby came." My hands gripped the wheel. "Figure what out?" Sophie winced through a contraction. "Mom, stop." Linda just smiled. "All in good time." At the hospital, contractions got closer. Linda positioned herself in the corner, watching us like a spectator. Every time I held Sophie's hand, Linda made this disgusted face. Finally, I snapped. "Linda, if you have something to say, just say it." She pulled out her phone. "Fine. Sophie, you need to see this before the baby arrives." Sophie was panting. "Mom, not now." But Linda shoved photos in her face. My blood went cold. Sophie and her ex-boyfriend Derek at a hotel, sitting close, him touching her arm. Dates from 9 months ago. "Where did you get these?" "We were just talking about his job," Sophie said. Linda's voice was sharp. "At a hotel bar? This one shows you walking to the elevator together." Sophie wouldn't meet my eyes. "That's not what it looks like. I met him 3 times for career advice. We talked in the lobby." Linda pulled out a paper. "Then explain Derek's signed statement. He says you rekindled your relationship. He thinks the baby is his." I read the confession. Derek claimed they'd slept together multiple times. My hands shook. Sophie grabbed it and ripped it. "That's a lie." "Why would he say this?" Linda's voice was ice. "Because it's the truth. Time Nathan knew what kind of woman he married." Sophie pushed and screamed while I stood frozen. When the baby came, they placed her on Sophie's chest. "Nathan, please believe me. I don't know why my mom is doing this." Linda stared at the baby. "She has Derek's nose. Look at her." I walked out and sat in the hallway. Linda followed. "Derek still loves Sophie. He has money now, a big house. They can give that baby the life she deserves." I looked up. "You want us to divorce?" She smiled. "Derek can provide what you can't." I pulled out my phone and called Derek. "Did you sign a statement saying you slept with my wife?" Silence. Then confusion. "What? No, I haven't seen Sophie in a year. We had coffee twice last spring. That's it. I'm engaged now." I hung up and stared at Linda. "Derek says none of it's true." Her face flickered with panic. I pulled up reverse image search on the photos. Stock images from a website. Photoshopped faces. The statement was typed, never signed. Linda had fabricated everything. I stood up, rage flooding through me. "You made it all up. The photos are fake." Linda's mask dropped. "So what? Derek is successful. You're a barely employed graphic designer. Sophie deserves better." I pushed past her into the delivery room. "Your mother faked everything. Photos are photoshopped. Derek says you only met twice. The statement is fabricated." Sophie's face went from relief to fury. "Get her out. Now." Linda appeared defiant. "You're making a mistake." Sophie screamed. "You tried to destroy my marriage with lies." "Security." Linda was escorted out screaming. We filed a police report that night. Sophie's father filed for separation within the week. Turns out Linda had been meeting with Derek for months, promising Sophie would leave me. Derek was horrified and apologized. We named our daughter Grace. Linda tries reaching out, but Sophie blocked her. Grace is 6 months old now with my nose and Sophie's eyes. Linda was wrong about everything.